Hi everyone, my name is Ghazali Amagaru. I'm together with you to learn CSS from scratch. From the starting, we are going to create our CSS folder where we will save our CSS files for the project. We are giving it a name CSS. Yeah, then we'll go back into our Visual Code Studio where we'll be writing our code. We are starting with HTML. Yeah, let's start with the HTML file, HTML5. Our title would be Let's Learn CSS. Then let's open our file. Our file is empty. We haven't written anything in the file. Let's go back into our Visual Code Studio. Let's start with a h1 tag. With an element. Let's start with inline CSS. We are going to know what's inline CSS and how to apply inline CSS. Now we will save it. We can see, let's start with inline CSS. We're going to give it an inline. An inline style is a style type of style by styling. An inline CSS is a style by styling one element. For like the h1 tag, we give it a color red. As you can see, we have turned the color from the normal default color black to red. For the next, we're giving it a font size of 200%. I don't think 200% will work. Let's refresh the page. 200% won't work because I think pixels is greater than percentage and rem is greater than pixels and im is greater than rem. That's how those measurement in web development got into. We are changing it to is it 50 pixels or 500 pixels? Let's refresh the page. Wow. Let's see. We're going for the p tag, writing garoweb. That's the element inside the tag. The garoweb is the element. We're giving it a style, color green. Then we're giving it font family monospace. Yeah, you can apply. We have some few font family gathered, or I can say it include in the library of the HTML and CSS, most especially the CSS. As you can see, garoweb is there and its color is green, or you can get some fonts from Google. I think you can see that in the second part of this video that I did for the external CSS. I think I imported a font in it. Yeah, we're giving it a font weight of 900. I don't think it will change. Let's see what next. Changing it from font weight to font size. Font size will be 45 pixels. Yeah, I think this one will work. 45 pixels. Let's see, we're giving it a text aligned. Text align, it will move the text to the center. As you can see, garoweb has returned to the center of our working page. Let's see, what are we going next for? We're going for the image. The image tag is img. Yeah, we'll click on it. I'll first of all call the location of the image, call the images where I put the image. The image name is img1.jpg. The format of the image is JPEG. You know, we have GIF format, JPEG format, we have the PNG. Yeah, as you can see, this is my image. Wow. Me, did I really look like that? And we're giving it a style, width of 50%. We are reducing the size of the image by giving the height. Yeah, the width had reduced but not the height. Wow, there's a mistake here, but there's a mistake from the height. Trying to give it a border. We have to correct the mistake from the height. We went out of boundary. We have to correct it. The height should be 50%. Then we're giving the image a border. The border is solid. Let's see, solid 2 pixels. That's the width of the border. As you can see, the border is black and 2 pixels width for the image only. I'll be giving it a color blue for the border. The border is now blue. Not done. I think I'll be giving it a border radius of 20 pixels. That's for the whole border. As you can see, the border is now curved with 20 pixels from each side. What next? What are we going for? I want you to see the full code so that you too can practice. I want you to practice. I want you to learn. I want you to be better than me. I want you to teach people when you learn very much. I want you to be perfect in web development. Web development is one of the fastest development that you can learn very easy, most especially the front end and the back end. Wow, I'm trying to code this span. Yeah, span is like and a tag that you can code inside another tag. Trying to give it a width of 50 pixels, a height of 50 pixels. Let's see what will happen. Still giving it a border, double. Let's see, color red. As you can see, Visual Code Studio will help you with colors. As you are writing the colors with the hexadecimal, with the RGB, with the normal name, to help you. Wow, this band, yeah, it shows a tiny red line. The height was 30 pixels and the width was 50%. I don't think the span will work perfectly, but you have to learn what span. You have to know how to style span. It's something important. It's make your work very neat. Changing the width of the span. giving the image margin bottom, that's the space, the, the space from the image, from the bottom of the image to the image. Wow, that's it for the inline CSS. I think for now we'll be going for internal CSS. I want you to know how to code internal CSS. Internal CSS is the act of styling a whole web page on your HTML file. Internal CSS contain a HTML file and the CSS codes together in the HTML file, and the CSS code are written, or the CSS program is writing after the title in the head section. That's where the style comes around. Let's see. As you can see, we are starting. Style, giving the h1, starting with the h1 by giving it a color. As you can see, that's how you style your internal style. It will be at the bottom of the title. As you can see, the color is now brown. We have changed the color to brown. Let's see, what do we do next? We gave it a border, double, 2 pixels. Wow, we're giving it blue color for the border. As you can see, the border is there. The color of the border is blue and the border is 2 pixels. The width of the border is 2 pixels. Wow, by giving the text, the h1 text, by giving it a text align. That's we want to move the text to the center. What are we going to do next? We want to give it padding. That's the space between the border and the text, the inner space. By giving it an inner spacing from the 4 corners. We gave it 5 pixels. 5 pixels, 5 pixels. Yeah, we already have 5 pixels space. We are changing it to 10, 10. Padding is the inner spacing, while margin is the outer spacing. If you give for margin, if you can code for margin is the outer space between an element. While as you can see, the padding is now working. We're giving it an inner spacing. You know, the width of the element, the height, the width won't change, but there'll be a space between for like the top and the element inside, the right, the left, and the bottom. We are giving it a border bottom. Okay, border. We are changing the top border, top left radius. We can see that the border, the the top left of the border ahead, as you can see, it is now curved. We are giving it a radius of 20 pixels. It's curved. That's border radius. Border radius is to like give it a curve from it rectangular to shape to something like circular. We are giving a border bottom right. Let's save it. Control S. As you can see, the right, we are giving it a border. What are we going for next? We are giving it a box shadow. Well, yeah, you have to learn how to give text, boxes, cards, how to give them shadow. We have to know how to give text, boxes, cards, all of those stuff. You have to know how to give them shadow. As you can see, we are giving the H1 a box shadow, 4 pixels, 5 pixels, 7 pixels, 10 pixels. Let's see the color. We are applying black color as a shadow to it. Let's save it. As you can see, the shadow is there, but we didn't measure for like the pixels, those 10 for, we just write it. That's why you see it somehow like large. The shadow is somehow large. We're going for the next element. What element are we trying? Okay, UL. That's the unordered list element. Li is the list. YUL is the unordered list. That will give us something dot 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 for the list. YOL is the ordered list. It will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have descriptive list for the DD and the DT for the descriptive details. Yeah, we'll come to lists. We'll surely learn more about lists. Hello, you are highly welcome. Hope you are enjoying the class. You are enjoying this class. Well, as you can see, this is our unordered list giving us a dot dot dot. We are styling it. We'll take for the UL. We are styling the UL, that's the unordered list, by giving it a margin left. That's the outer space from the left to the lists. As you can see, we give it a margin of 20 pixels, and we put the list style type none, so that our dot dot will disappear. Then we give our list a green color. As you can see, it has changed to green. Well, I don't know how I'm addicted to this green. I have to stop using this green for coding and put the color as green. As you can see, the color is now green for the lists. Giving it a font size, given it 3M. I told you M is greater than pixels. That's why you see it more large. You just use 3 rem, rem. It's greater than pixels, while pixels is greater than percentage. This is the code we are using. I'm trying to put span again, and I don't think the span will work. I like using span to decorate my work, and I want to teach you more about span, but I think I have to do a full video about span and how you'll be using span for your videos. I'll try my possible best to do that for you, and I want you to know from now on I'll be giving you a daily update. I'll be uploading population daily videos. Be with me to learn programming from scratch. I'll be coming to JavaScript, Bootstrap 4, Bootstrap 3. That's the font algorithm, how you put icons on your project. We'll be coming to JavaScript framework. We'll be coming to CSS framework like Bootstrap, Tailwind, Material CSS. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video. Put your questions on the comment section.